Blah freaking blah. What's going on, guys? Eric back at you again. Let's dive into it. So I had this idea and I wanted to pass it along to you. You let me know what you think. Because it's a serious idea. Seriously. I think I know how to at least partially fix Marvel. Seriously. Just bear with me. I'm going to pair this idea. I've seen it expressed. User Clint Lowe commented on a previous video where he said he'd just like to see Marvel rebooted, New 52 style. Just clean slate it, start over, just reestablish everything, get it right, and just go forward. That would give a lot of new readers a place to jump on, and you know, bring back a lot of the old readers that are disenfranchised with Marvel right now, getting creators that know what to do with these characters instead of people that are trying to make political statements or they have certain agendas they keep trying to shoehorn in, which frankly no one is interested in. No one. Political activists, I mean, I'm not going to say they don't read comic books. I'm sure some of them do, but most of them don't. A lot of them are in it for the symbolism, and Marvel has, for some reason, just taken to wanting to appease them versus actually appreciate their fan base. This is what gets tricky with me is I don't really want this conversation to become political. I think I've said that before. And it's not that politics doesn't matter. It's just not the focus that I want to have on this. And, Marvel, of course, Disney makes this really hard. You guys wait till I show you a picture in an upcoming video, something I took on a new Star Wars book. Oh boy, it's just wow. But let me digress for a second. Let's go back to this. How do we help fix Marvel? At least partially. This won't fix everything. But what I suggest is, aside from the SJW imprint, where they just let the guys go off and write their political statements somewhere else with characters that they make up, et cetera, et cetera. Not that. They make a new imprint and call it MCU. Let me break that down real quick. You basically see a lot of fans' complaints are also coming from how they are just out of the blue, just scrapping years and years and years worth of stories and character development in favor of catering to the films. Star-Lord is a really good example of that. They completely changed his attitude, completely changed his look, and that ticked off a lot of people. I mean, Star-Lord was never that big a character to start with. So this one didn't hit as hard. And this is not something new, guys. Marvel was doing this before the Disney days, even down to when Spider-Man 3 came out. And they had the Back in Black storyline. Because he's getting the black suit in Spider-Man 3, and just coincidentally, Spider-Man found himself back in a black suit just in time for the movie to be released. Now, I get why they do that. None of us are stupid. We understand what Marvel's trying to do there. What was hilarious and irritating at the same time, though, was Marvel was constantly going, no, it had nothing to do with the movies. We mapped this story out, man, months ago, months and months and months ago. As if you didn't know that Marvel would know that a movie was in production 2 years in advance. Again, it's nothing new, but what this would do is give Marvel a place to coincide all of their stories directly with the movies. Now, hear me out here. Leaving the core books, assuming these ever get fixed, but leaving the core books alone, leaving the established characters and their arcs alone. You make an MCU line, and you can make all the changes. You can bend it to the will of whatever's going to happen in the movies. You could even accentuate the films and the TV shows through the extra stories. Give them more backbone. You could accentuate the comics with the films. You could tie everything together. It's something that they're really trying to figure out how to do regularly, and to me, this is it. This is what you do. Now, if you think that this is a strange sounding idea, it isn't, because companies like Dark Horse have been doing great, wonderful mythology establishing, storylines from the movies in comic book format for Aliens, Predator, Star Wars, for years and years and years. This is not a new thing. Marvel would have no difficulty hiring somebody to oversee publishing comics, working with Feige, I'm sure, to branch off and tell the stories based on the iteration of the characters from the films. Then, nothing in the main line is messed with, and you've got a great jump-on point for new readers. And in the back of the books, you could even do like a one-page splash where the editor or the writer or someone says, this is what we're doing, but if you look over here and point at the main line of Marvel Comics and say, check out this trade and this trade and this trade. I mean, start over here if you want to get the established characters. Like you want to dig deeper, go to the OG books. And you'd have people crossing over to the main line. Are you hearing me, Disney? Are you hearing me, Marvel? Come on, one of y'all are an insider. Please just pass this along. Disney, Marvel, if you like this, I'm not expensive. I'm pretty cheap. I know this advice right here is for free, but I give you counsel for any size donation. You just let me know. I bet, in all seriousness, guys, what do y'all think? Would this fix that? I think it would. I think it's an easy, great idea. I think that I would, to be honest with you, I'd probably buy the books. Where did Nick Fury go? I'd buy that book. Y'all noticed that Nick Fury, since Winter Soldier, has pretty much been gone. He popped up for Age of Ultron, and then he disappeared again. What's he been doing? Now, I'm sure that they'll give some exposition if and when Samuel L. Jackson ever comes back. But wouldn't that be a great, year-long run? Let us know what Nick Fury's been doing. I mean, you could help establish the films. Anyway, that's my thoughts, my 2 cents on that. So, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I love the conversation that's been happening. You guys have been awesome. You've been great. And, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And also, don't forget, until May 30th, we have the Enjoy Marvelous Stories. If you love a good shirt, a good play on words, or just making a good statement, or looking good in red, click that link that's down below in the description box and head on over there. And like I said, these shirts will be available for a limited time. They help support me, help me make these videos, and 10% of all profits will go to the Heroes Initiative. And I'll put that link down below as well if you've never heard of them. They are a great organization who help take care of comic creators when they are in need. So it's all for a good cause, and it's all for good wordplay. And like I said, we're crossing fingers. And I have a question for you guys. If you agree with this idea, if you'd like this idea, what stories would you want to see? What would you want to play out in an MCU imprint? Like, what gaps do you think there are that could be filled? Do you think it's a dumb idea and doesn't need a crossover at all? Just let me know. But thank you guys, as always, for listening. I think you guys are awesome. You're the best. And if you think anybody else would benefit from hearing these rants of mine, please make sure to share the video wherever you like to share videos, and keep the conversation going. I think that given that we make enough noise at Disney and at Marvel, we'll see changes made eventually. We have to hold out hope, and until then, if we keep pushing them, they're going to have to eventually acknowledge this, that the fans aren't happy. They're going to have to acknowledge the numbers. And anyway, here's hoping. And in the meantime, enjoy DC and Image, Boom Comics, Dark Horse, IDW. There's a ton of great comic companies out there that are doing great stories. I actually, I'm going to throw in a little extra here, wrap it up. But guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I love IDW's Transformers series. It is flippin' hilarious. It is. I mean, it really is. They have 2 lines, and I think it was, I can't remember the 2 lines, but the one about the Lost Light is freaking hilarious. It's a great story. It's really deep, and it's It makes me laugh out loud almost every issue. I've been buying the oversized, ginormous hardcover editions of these stories, and it's just, they've blown me away. Absolutely blown me away with the level of quality. I never thought that I would be so entertained and so enthralled by reading the Transformers, aside from when I was a kid, obviously. But if you're looking for something, you know, when you're at your comic shop the next time, just if you've never picked it up, pick it up and flip through it and see what you think. But so that's my comic recommendation for the day. Looking forward to Alien Covenant finally coming out this weekend, and I will have a review for you guys hopefully sooner than later. Or I could do it, 2 weeks late like I did Guardians of the Galaxy. But if you want to see that, I'll post that at the end of the video. So thanks again, guys. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.